We're going to begin here with the new normal for schools. Some New Jersey students returned to the classrooms today for the first time since March, wearing their backpacks along with their face masks today.
School starts in New York City next week, but teachers went back to work today. Some of them, however, were sent back home. We have team coverage tonight for you. Jenna DeAngelis tells us how the first day went in New Jersey. Let's begin with Hazel Sanchez, though, keeping the issue that is having some teachers out of the classroom today, and that issue there. Hazel, what can you tell us?
Yeah. Well, Christine and Maurice, Martin Luther King Jr. Educational Campus behind me is one of 10 New York City public school buildings that have been closed because of poor ventilation. Now, repairs are being done now, but in the meantime, the entire school operation must be done remotely. Another delay for some teachers who say they welcome the added precautions.
English teacher Melissa Ramos should have been prepping her classroom at the High School for Leadership and Public Service in Lower Manhattan, but instead signs on the school are instructing all faculty to work from home because the building has been declared unsafe.
I was relieved. I was waiting because I knew that the ventilation issues were ongoing.
All of the city's 1,485 school buildings were inspected by the city's Ventilation Action Team. 96% of more than 64,000 classrooms are safe for in-person learning. Ramos's high school is inside one of the 10 buildings that failed and is now undergoing upgrades or repairs.
Once you start getting somewhere around 50% of classrooms don't have proper ventilation, you're going to deem the building not ready to open.
Schools Chancellor Richard Carranza says some repairs are already complete or could be ready before in-person learning begins on September 21st. But for now, the closed schools will remain remote.
A vast majority of the work that needs to be done in those classrooms is what I would consider minor and not capital. So there are little things that need to be done, but keeping our promise, we said we would make sure that everybody has functioning ventilation.
For working families struggling to figure out who will watch their children on remote learning days, Mayor de Blasio announced the launch of the Learning Bridges program, free childcare, including meals, for preschool through 8th graders enrolled in blended learning. The program will prioritize working families, essential workers, including teachers and families living in temporary or NYCHA housing. 30,000 seats will be available by the first day of school, 70,000 by the end of October, and 100,000 seats by December.
The parents who need it most will get the first seats, and then we'll build out from there.
Now, getting back to the ventilation issues, the Department of Education says it expects all the repairs to be done before school starts on September 21st. But in the meantime, they are looking for backup locations to hold in-person learning. We're live on the Upper West Side. Hazel Sanchez, CBS 2 News.
Okay, Hazel, thank you. And we do have a link where parents and teachers can find the result of their school's ventilation inspection on our website, cbsnewyork.com.